Andre, I just want to know what kind of things have you improved on as far as your game, individual game goes throughout the offseason?
Just making sure my shot's consistent, and tighten up my handles, working on finishing, and also kind of down screen action, working on my footwork, just trying to upgrade my game a little bit and just take that next step for the next level.
As far as Pete Nance goes, how does he mesh well together with your game as far as the pick and roll offense?
Man, Pete's been great. Just for his knowledge of the game, his IQ has been phenomenal. The way he communicates on both ends of the floor. He'll come down, tell me, RJ, we set you a stagger screen right here, and then we'll work out of that. The way his ability to screen and roll, catch the oop, his athleticism, it's off the chart.
Andre, how competitive has practice been? The practices you've been had so far?
Man, it's been great. I would probably say our last practice on Thursday was probably the most competitive and fun. Just the way we was getting after it from both squads. We split up the teams just so we could get a feel to how to play with different players. But it's been really great. We're getting after it, and it makes us better.
Armando just touched on the depth that you guys had this year and the comfort from the bench. What have you seen from those guys?
I mean, they've been doing a great job. And they're coming in ready to play, paying attention to detail, asking questions when they need some answers. So I think that's they're learning, and we're learning from them, and they're learning from us. So the way we get after it, the way we compete, I feel like it'll make us better, and it'll make them better as well.
Yeah. What are you looking forward to seeing, I guess, Dontrez or Puff or any of those guys that you had mentioned are, hungry to come off the bench?
Mm-hmm. I'm always happy for my team's success. I feel like Trez and Puff, DeMarco, the guys from last year, they definitely are hungry to play, and they deserve to. They've been working hard this past summer, been hours in the gym, and they've, are making a leap this year, and I'm super proud of them. So I always tell them to keep going, never get too complacent, and always trend upwards.
You're going into your third year now, I guess. Technically, you're an upperclassman. You've been there for some time now. Is there a different vibe, I guess, amongst you guys this summer? You're returning a big portion of a team that went to the national championship. Mm-hmm. Is there more of a focus to get back there?
Yes, a lot of focus, a lot of maturity, and experience. We have a main goal. We know what it took to get there last year. It wasn't easy. It was definitely difficult. But at the same time, we're all dialed in right now. We're all dialed into what to expect this year and what we want. And that's to win a national championship. So we've been working hard nonstop every day in the summer, whether it's individually or as a team. And I think, we're close as a team so far. So it's been great. The chemistry's there. So we're only going to move forward as well.
What's the one main difference between this team right now, after 6 or 7 practices, compared to the end of last season? Other than the obvious of not having Brady and adding pieces.
I mean, this team right now, I think, we have more depth in this roster. Our ability, we're going to try to get back to playing fast. I feel like sometimes we kind of slow down the tempo of things. So right now, more about implementing. We have the newcomers, returning guys, so just trying to get a gel and actual chemistry going. Sometimes we kind of got a couple of frustrated last week of practice, just implementing our spacing, and it's not clicking right now. But we have new players. And this is our first time actually playing since April, so it's been great so far. We're all enjoying it. I think our last Thursday practice was definitely competitive, the most fun one, just the way we was getting after it on both ends of the court. So, compared to last year's team, I think the way we changed it around kind of took a couple of while. But I think with this team, it's clicking like that.
What is Pete Nance going to bring? That's he's not Brady Manek, but what he's going to bring to add to this team? Like what makes him special? What's he add?
Pete's going to be Pete. The way he's able to communicate with us, the way he's able to defend 1 through 5, his athleticism. He'll throw it up, he'll go get it. And he's a great screener. He loves to be that team guy. He's a great team player, and I love playing with him. He's the way he's able to we could communicate, talk about this play, and see how to work it out, fix up some mixed pieces. But he's been tremendous for us all summer.
If you guys were going to add a piece out of the transfer portal, how important was it you got a guy that can back up Armando defensively? After seeing what happened in New Orleans, other big guys got length and can body other bigs.
That's actually something that we needed, just another big to fill in, just in case Mondo gets in foul trouble, just to help complement him. So I feel like the addition of Pete will be a great spot.
Going back to the question that Ross asked about last year compared to now. Athletes are confident. You guys were very confident. But is there a difference in thinking you can do what you guys eventually did as opposed to knowing you can do it because you did do it?
Yeah, definitely. We're definitely motivated to the point where we know that we can do it. It's just gonna take about how much you're willing to give up and how much you're willing to dial in. And I think right now our focus level is off the charts right now.
What can you tell us about Seth Trimble? He's
Seth,
point guard.
Yeah.
Might be backing you up.
Yeah, Seth is my guy right there. He's been great for us. He's athletic, super athletic.
Yeah.
He's willing to ask questions when he doesn't understand something, or if he wants to. I kind of take him under my wing, just show him the ropes a little bit, because that's something I didn't have my freshman year.
Mm-hmm.
So just for me to be that veteran and show him the ways a little bit, he's gonna be more than fine. He'll be a great player.
Do you think he'll play a significant amount? I know it's early, but
Yeah, I think
I
so,
know
yeah.
Coach likes to play 5, maybe 6 people.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he will. I have confidence.
Any other freshmen stand out you think are going to be able
Jalen
to?
Washington's really good. Tyler Nichols really good. Will Shaver's really good. All of our freshmen are really good. They've been doing a great job this summer, actually. And they're like a real close little freshman group that they got going on. So,
What do you see that Puff and Dontrez can add this year?
they can add scoring. Their ability to, run the floor, knock down open shots, rebound, defend. That's something that we're going to need this year, upcoming year, especially going towards, tournament time. So, they're definitely going to take a big leap. They've been working really hard throughout the summer in the weight room, on the court. So, I'm definitely looking forward to them, taking that leap this year. As far as the coaches, is more so like, just working on different actions, trying to come off of down screens, moving out the ball, down screen, stagger screens, stuff like that, split action stuff for me, just to not just more so shooting with the ball, different opportunities without the ball.
Yeah.
So that's been great so far.
Hubert had mentioned to us a couple of weeks ago that he wanted to incorporate more creativity offensively. Has he been doing that?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, right now it's just more so the basis of things.
Right.
We have new guys, so we don't want to really incorporate anything new. So it's just right now just getting down the basics, in our spacing, our movement. So
Awesome.
that's been the main focus. Yes, sir.
RJ, RJ, nothing official has come out yet, but many people are saying that the CBS Sports Class is going to be in Madison Square Garden in New York. What if it does happen that way? What's it going to be like to play in that building just so close to home?
I mean, who wouldn't love to play in the Garden? The Garden is the best arena there is to play in, especially like CBS Classics. Great event. That'll be great just to actually experience that feeling of playing in the Garden. You watch the games on TV, or you're there in person, but it's a different type of feeling when you're actually playing. So I'll be super excited to actually pull through.
And this summer, I believe this is your first time playing against the Alumni, right? Because it didn't happen last summer, right?
Like far as like the camp, or
Yeah, with the camp.
yeah. So this year was like the first year that I actually played in the camp and played against Alumni. So that was really good, just to get out there and compete up and down the floor with the guys, and have fun with it. So.
Who'd you guard and who guarded you?
So I guarded a couple of players. I guarded Marcus. I guarded Kenny Will, B-Rob. They was rotated, so I was, guarding whoever was on the floor.
And with Pete coming in, Armando has mentioned that one of his best assets, he can guard 1 through 5.
Yeah.
He can basically dunk on anyone. What have you seen from him that's been most impressive?
I would definitely say his ability to communicate on the floor, and see things, just to get action going. Like he'll run down the court and say, "Hey, let's run this real quick," or I'll tell him, "Hey, go set down screen." The way he just communicates on both ends of the floor, that's definitely impressed me.
I think there's an inclination for fans to see Pete and say, "Hey, he's a tall forward, he can shoot," just like Brady, plug and play. How are they different?
They're both great players. I feel like they're both able to spread the floor and run the floor really well. I think more so Brady was a shooter. I think Pete's ability to go ahead and go get it athletically wise, and be able to see the action, set down screens, a great screener. So, but I never like to compare them. These are both my guys. So,
Right.
yes, sir.
Sounds like they're not the same player.
Yeah,
different.
they're both great players, but different in their ways in their ways. So.
Don't want to get into the public opinion of this team last early February, right? But this summer is completely different. A lot of expectations. This is going to be a top 5 team, possibly even a preseason number 1 nationally. Do you embrace those expectations after kind of battling through the way you guys did last year?
I mean, definitely embrace it because this is what Carolina is. We're used to being, preseason number 1 or, ranked top 10. So, you want to embrace it because this is what you came here for. So, but at the same time, not try to put too much pressure on yourself. At the end of the day, it is basketball. So, you just go out there, play relaxed. But at the same time, just know that in the back of your mind that, we're going to have a target on our backs. And every game matters, and we have to bring our best every game.
NCAA tournament obviously didn't end the way you wanted it to, but it was a magical run. As you've been able to reflect upon it, kind of what are your takeaways and what are you proud of?
I mean, it's not easy to get there. It's not easy to get to where we got to. But the way we were able to rally and turn things around mid-season, going into the tournament, that's something I'm super proud of. This team, there's not a day I don't rewatch, whether it's our tournament games or just a regular season game. But at the end of the day, last year's last year. It's a whole new year. Definitely motivated to get back to where we was. So I'm super dialed in, super focused into what I have to do to help us team to get back there.
Has that provided a ton of fuel and motivation for the team?
Definitely for sure. Not just for us, but for the coaching staff as well. So I think as a collective group, we're all on the same page.
Did Hubert change any over the course of the year, or is he pretty much the same from day 1 to day 12?
No, Hubert, he's never going to change. He's always going to be the same. That's what I love about him. Coming to practice, ready to coach, ready to teach. So he's always going to be the same. He's never going to change.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.